friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this video is so exciting because I am finally getting to sit down and play with the Iluvsarahii and Colourpop Through My Eyes collection. I did pick up the whole collection, which is just the palette and the 3 lip shades, and I am using one of the lip shades today. Palette of my eyes, you get the gist. As I have said before, Iluvsarahii is one of my all-time favorite YouTubers slash Instagrammers slash influencers, whatever you want to call her. She is like probably like in my top 3. Like, I adore her work. I think she is so talented. So when I saw she was coming out with this collab, there was like a 0% chance I wasn't gonna pick it up. I did see a lot of people complaining because they felt that this was very similar. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. They thought that this was very similar to some other palettes that Colourpop released, or just some other palettes that we've seen in general. And I could see why you would think that. Like, on first glance, for me this looked a lot like the Becky G palette, which I will show you right now. This is what the inside of the Becky G Salvaje palette looks like. I will link my tutorial that I did with this palette up above. And this is what the Iluvsarahii one looks like. So I see where the similarities are, but they're definitely not exactly the same. So for today I wanted to stick with the more mauve shades, since for my Becky G palette tutorial I did have some blues in the lower lash line. I did want to stray away from those, so I used some more of the more mauve purple shades at the bottom. I love this smoky eye that I got from it. I also threw in a matte black, but you guys, what else could you expect from me? Come on. So I am gonna stop rambling. If you guys want to see how I got this look using the Iluvsarahii and Colourpop collection, then please just keep on watching. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do yet. I think I want to stick to like the more mauve-y tones in here. So the first color I'm gonna grab is the shade Nostalgia, which is this like mauve kind of transition shade in the corner. We're gonna take that with a Morphe M441 brush, and I'm just gonna apply this into my crease. I did already do my brows, prime my eyes, and I am already wearing my foundation. Everything I use is gonna be linked in the description box, as always. This is actually the first time that I'm using the Louise eyeshadow base. I just recently picked it up, and I think I got like a super duper light shade, but that's okay because that's what I usually like to use to prime my eyes. I like something that's gonna make my eyeshadows kind of really stand out. With a smaller brush, this is the Morphe M433. I'm gonna go into the color Missbehave, which is on the other side. So this is the first shade we used, and now this is what we're gonna use to kind of deepen up the crease. I guess we'll find out together. Wow, that's like really aggressive. I'm just gonna start working it on my outer V and then bring it a little bit more into the crease. So what I really wanted to do was use this color Flecks over here. I just thought this color would look so cool with the more mauve-y tones, but then I swatched it, and for some reason, this is the swatch here, it doesn't look the same to me as it does in the pan, like at all, really. I'm gonna go for it. Let's do it. I'm gonna use my finger actually. So I'm gonna take the shade Flecks on my middle finger, and I'm just gonna apply this on my inner, I guess my inner 2/3 of my lid. I'm gonna take a Colourpop brush with no name on it, and I'm gonna go into the shade Divina, which is right here. It's kind of like a deep plum, and I'm just gonna use this to deepen up the outer V. I may end up going into black. Surprise, surprise. But for now, we're just gonna start building up depth on that outer corner with this shade. I'm really trying to pack this on because I want that outer V to be super intense. But I'm gonna grab that Morphe M433 again with a little bit more of Missbehave, just so I can blend out some of these edges here a little bit more. I definitely don't want to take that too high, but I do want it to be like clear that there is some like berry mauve shades in there with the M441, and it seems a little bit of nostalgia. I just want to blend out some of these edges here. I'm going to leave the lids alone for a minute, and I'm going to move on to concealer. I'm going to use the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer in Creme Brulee, which is kind of light. I'm just going to zoom you out. Poquito. Taking my damp beauty blender just to blend this out. One thing I do have to say that I've noticed is because this is so full coverage, it takes me like 3.5 days to blend it out. And that might just be me being super impatient, but I feel like it takes me forever to blend it out. And I also might just be applying too much, which is something I am like famous for. Applying way too much super light concealer. But it's okay. For my powder, I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Kunafa powder, which is just like a hair dark. But it smells so bad. I just want to know what that fragrance is. I want it. I'm going to grab a JH05 brush by Morphe and just like wipe this away. You could definitely tell that powder made that look a little bit more my skin tone, which is what I wanted. So, yay. I decided I'm going to do a wing. I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, as I usually am. I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs Highliner in Blacquer, and I am going to just apply this on my waterline. I think I need to buy a new one of these. I think maybe that's my problem. Like maybe this one is just dried out because it just is not performing the same. I'm grabbing a Morphe M432, which is a flat definer brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Divina again. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I always end up getting out of the frame at this point. Always. I'm gonna grab my Natasha Denona Blackest Black eyeshadow and open it first somehow. And I'm just gonna take it with the same exact brush and just put it right underneath. Ooh, dang, I might actually want to put that on my outer corner. I said I wasn't going to, and now I'm like, but look at it, it's black. I'm going to take the shade Missbehave, which is the darker of the two mauves, and a pencil brush from Sigma. This is the E30. And I'm just going to smoke this out. This ended up being smokier than I thought it was going to be. Obviously, I threw matte black on there, but I'm not mad about it. You know what? I'm giving in to my urges, I think. I'm gonna take the Colourpop brush that we use on the outer corner, and I'm just gonna take a small amount of the Blackest Black. I just want it, you know? I just can't deny myself this pleasure. I'm just putting the smallest amount. I really don't want it to be like overbearing. I just need a little bit, you know, just like a quick fix. For my inner corner, I'm gonna go into the shade Lucido, which is the first shade in the palette right at the corner here, and I'm gonna take a Morphe M2 and 3. I think this is pretty much the only shade you can use on your inner corner, and I'm hoping it works. Oh, it works. Oh, it works. I'm just using this and kind of wrapping it around my inner corner, putting it a little bit on the bottom and a little bit on the top as well. For lashes, I originally picked out these by Priscilla Nicole lashes. These are in the style Blanca. But I don't know if these are dramatic enough for me right now. Like, I feel like I might want something more. You know what? No. This is what I'm going to go with. Because I picked it out. I got to trust me. So this is what they look like right here. Thank you so much for taking forever. While the glue on that lash dries, I'm going to take my Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara from L'Oreal, which is my favorite. And I'm going to basically just prep my lashes. I only really do this so that you don't see my real lashes underneath my false lashes. But other than that, I could care less about mascara, really. Because I have no lashes. Like, look at that. What is that? Alright, so remember when I said that this was not dramatic enough for me? You want to just like smack me for saying that? Because this is a beautiful lash. Although I feel like it's attacking me on this inner corner here. I love it. I'm going to move on to concealer. Not concealer, I meant contour. I did end up picking up the dark or the deep. What is this called? Deep dark. No, dark deep. Dark deep. It's what? I ended up picking up the KKW Beauty Dark and Deep Dark Kit. And this shade, I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be a no-go for me. But I don't know. I don't know. I originally tried out the medium with you guys and I felt like it was kind of on the lighter side. So this is the medium, which I feel like you can even tell that's a little light. But then the dark, deep dark, I can't even say those words, is like super dark. I'm gonna try the Morphe E48. Maybe that can do a nice little contouring. So I'm gonna take the more warm shade, of course, even though that looks freaking dark. I'm just gonna put the smallest amount on my brush. Look at that. That is, and it's freaking pigmented, so I'm gonna try to blend that out. This ferrule is loose and I've used this brush a total of 0 times. So that's cool. This color in the medium kit, the Contour 2, I think, the more gray toned one, I love it for my nose, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Morphe E62 brush, and I'm going to use that just to contour. I just think that color is perfect. It's not too warm, not too dark, but it still shows up nicely. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Tantric bronzer. But it just looks like this. And I'm going to use the Morphe R2, which is this like enormous brush that I love for bronzing. And I'm just gonna bronze. I don't feel too pale today, which is weird. Usually I feel like before I bronze I feel super pale, but today I don't feel like I need it as much, so I'm probably not gonna do too much. Watch in the next clip, I'm gonna have so much bronzer on. For blush, I'm gonna use Floor Power by MAC. It's kind of like almost like a coral pink shade. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I'm gonna use the JH06. I've never used a brush this flimsy for blush, so I don't know. Let's see. I love this color. And I don't hate this brush. For highlight, I figure since we're using the Iluvsarahii collection from Colourpop, that we could use the Iluvsarahii collection from Dose of Colors. For highlight, I'm going to use the shade Bathe. My favorite is Soulmate. I adore that highlighter, but Bathe is the more pink toned one. I'm using the Morphe M510. I'm just going to apply this right there. There we go. I actually love this color. I'm just using a random BH Cosmetics brush just to highlight. You know what I think? I'm gonna put some of this on my inner corner. Just because the shade on my inner corner was so just like peachy. It's still, you can definitely still see some peach, but I think that helped it a little bit. For my lip pencil, I'm going to use the shade Cork by MAC because I'm going to use something like a little more cool tone on the lips. So, who did our teeth? So I'm just going to line this with it. This is one of my favorite lip pencils ever. So the collection actually comes with 3 lip products. I'm actually going to swatch them all on my hand. This one is Sueño de Coco, this one is Dulcet, and then that one is Glass Lip. And my daughter has opened my door, and here she is. So taking a shade Sueño de Coco, I'm just going to apply it. Wow, that's nice. So this is the final look using the Iluvsarahii and Colourpop collection. I thought that the palette performed really, really well. I think that the colors in it are okay. I think that for the majority of the palette, we've seen a lot of these shades elsewhere. But I do like the fact that she threw in some like more mauves and like pink tones because that is something I feel like is not in every single palette. I love this lip shade. I think it's a little brown for this eye look. But in general, I think this is like the perfect everyday nude, especially for my skin tone. And with Cork lip pencil, that this is like the best nude lip combo in the history of mankind. So overall, I liked the collection. I do feel like Colourpop should hit the brakes for a minute because every 30 minutes I feel like Colourpop is releasing a new collection and it's like a collab that I just cannot say no to. So I'm like, I need to hold on to my money a little better. So if Colourpop could just pause for a minute, that would, you know, make me feel like I have self-control, even though I know that I don't. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I'll leave that in the description box, as well as everything that we used today. I do want to know, what are your thoughts on this collection? If you guys have it, if you guys want to pick it up, if you're just going based off of what you saw on camera today. I want to know what you guys think. I think that's all I have to say, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!